We're gonna start with Miss Rousey today. Miss Rousey hasn't claims now that she has not been to a UFC show or match, whatever you want to fucking call it, since her last match in 2016. Said that she feels like she would get booed and is not welcome. Let me share my little screen. So, her new press tour includes her crying about how nobody likes me. Well, bitch, no, nobody likes you. Yes, Ronda Rousey.
No
I'd be
makeup
booed
in the
if I went
glasses.
to a UFC event. Morning report, Ronda Rousey feels unwelcome to UFC events. I gave them everything I had, and it wasn't enough. Okay, I want to ask a controversial question to you guys.
Uh-oh.
Do y'all think that if Ronda Rousey wasn't pretty, that she wouldn't have made it as far as she did?
You're talking pretty privilege now.
Yes. Like, would she have been on the cover of the UFC game? Would she have gotten as much hype as she did for her, let's just be honest, very short tenure in the UFC?
I would say I was there present and watching actively through the Ronda Rousey rise. That was during like the peak of my UFC fandom. I wasn't watching a lot of wrestling at the time, but I was watching a shit ton of fights. I was participating in fights. I was training at the time. You know what I mean? So I think that Ronda was special because she was the first person to do what she was doing. She was the first person to take women's fights to the mainstream. She was the first female to main event a big UFC fight. I think also the biggest issue with Ronda, though, Ronda got exposed quicker than Ohio State's defensive secondary in the playoffs.
Wow.
She got exposed rather quickly.
Yeah.
And the moment
Fuck
a
the
Holly
Buckeyes.
Holmes, and the moment a Holly Holmes came through and exposed how to beat Ronda, everybody started to beat Ronda. So I think
mean, in Ronda's defense, Holly had God on her side.
She did. And then you had Chrissy Cyborg come through and a lot of the women that were fighting in that division post Ronda. And it's nothing against Ronda. She was groundbreaking for what she did, but her flash in the pan set off an atom bomb in women's talent in UFC. If Ronda tried to fight now, Ronda wouldn't be as big of a star as she was then because the competition is so much better now. She was the best woman at the time. She's just a really good fighter now.
Yeah, she's also past her prime. I mean, with her
fair, no, absolutely fair.
She's past her prime. I mean,
well, no, she's not going back. She was not going to the events to fight. She hasn't even gone to sit and watch. Like that's what she's talking about. Like she feels like she can't even go to an event and watch because nobody wants her.
Well, that's because she pissed everybody off.
Didn't she have a wing named after her in UFC's offices? Don't they have like the Rousey room or the Rousey?
Yeah, she's also in the UFC Hall of Fame. She got inducted, but she wants.
I mean,
to
granted,
about
there are people in the Baseball Hall of Fame who I would boo if they were still alive. Whitey Ford, for example.
100%.
You know, but I think she was, like Will said, she's a pioneer. She was also, I think, bronze or silver in the Olympics when she did judo. Like she had the talent, you know. She just so happened to be pretty nice to look at from time to time. So I think that helped, but the talent will always outshine that, I think, all the time. She just happened to she had a marketable face at the time and it worked for her, but also she was kind of a big fish in a small pond, but you need that Jackie Robinson to open the door for everybody else. Jackie Robinson wasn't the best, you know, baseball player of his era. He just so happened to be the one that was able to fit the mold for what MLB needed at that time. Ronda Rousey was that right person at the right time to help establish everybody else.
That's a great analogy, Ricky. That's why I like you. You're smarter than me, and that's hard to find.
I mean,
I didn't really watch, so I was just curious because sometimes these privilege there is pretty privilege.
Mm-hmm.
On to Mr. Ryback.
The TikTok you sent me?
Yeah, thanks for the spoiler, AJ.
I didn't even say anything.
You gotta wait, bro.
All right, everything's up. Ready?
Yo,
face.
backers, all this week, I will not be able to go live from this account until next Saturday afternoon at 1:05 p.m. Please join me on my @Feed Me More Nutrition business account, where I will be going live every single day. I'm about to go live right now, but every day, usually between 3 and 4 p.m. Pacific time. And that's the last bite. Feed me more.
I'm not exactly sure what this man did to get banned for a week on TikTok Live.
And just says sorry. He just got back to his phone. He wasn't sure if he missed it.
A week he got banned. Luckily, you know, everyone's got that burner account. But yeah, Ryback's banned for a week on TikTok.
I feel his pain. I mean, to be completely honest, I regularly get handed bananas on TikTok because I forget that Twitch and YouTube don't give a shit about me and Bo and our extracurriculars, you know, dances with the devil's lettuce on film. I don't care. Bo doesn't care. Twitch and YouTube doesn't care. TikTok gives a big fuck. And they have banned me multiple times for smoking on air. And then I always forget that I'm not allowed to there. You know what I mean? Like, because so many places have different. So I feel his pain. I've been banned for dumb reasons. So
if you're desperate to watch Ryback eat or battle Elmo on TikTok Live, you'll have to follow his nutrition account.
God,
and I ban him on his nutrition account too, just because I'm an asshole. If I was in charge, you just expose where you're going to go live from, even though you got banned. Yeah, you're getting banned there too. Fuck you.
They don't care.
All right, Al, it's yours for the next 20 minutes.